Hello, guys, and welcome to Liverpool 0, Chelsea 0. The review of that boring, but I'm going to be positive game. It was one of them games. It not a surprise. Both teams lacking the quality to score. I think you could probably go another 90 minutes, and it wouldn't. There would be another. There'd still not be any goals. But it is what it is. But I'm happy in the respect of I see what we're trying to do. I just see that we don't currently have the players on the field to do that, or shall I say most, because half of them are injured and the other half are just useless. But it is what it is, and I am joined by a wonderful set of panelists, as usual. Wayne, Sindra, Alfred, and Carlito, of course. Starting with Carlito, how are you, my friend?
Number one, put some respect on Cucurella's name. He was very good today. People are concerned about his price tag. People are concerned about a lot of things with him, but he's actually a very good player. And I would appreciate a little more discernment when it comes to evaluating him, because you can tell he cares. You can tell he wants to do well, and eventually he will do well. The second thing is Benoit Badiashile. A lot of people were skeptical about him coming in. You know, not just the price tag, even though it was relatively mediocre. It's just the unknown about the player, right? You never know. Coming from the French league, he's, very young, 20, 21 years old. And it just proves that Potter and the four-man group are working in cahoots to scout properly, because Benoit Badiashile was by a country mile the best player on the field today. And I'm not hyperbolic in saying that. I'm being sincere. He was fucking minerals.
Well, we won't talk about the other minerals because Leicester said the better.
No, Badiashile was mint as fuck.
Yeah, he was very good today. He was very good, along with a couple of other players that were very good today. Alfred, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing well, considering. I'm just gutted because I sensed, honestly, like a win was coming. I thought that we were going to get it. We created some very, very good opportunities. Just very, very unlucky in some situations, like when Carney, the poor guy, when he slipped twice in
stumbled.
Stumbled, yeah.
Yes, unlucky.
But Alfred, you have to appreciate him getting into those positions, right?
Yeah, definitely, 100%. And even after that, those things happened to him, he just got straight back into the game. He didn't let these things bother him. He continued on, and he looked very dangerous, very confident, and yeah, I was quite happy with a lot of the things that I saw today. Lewis Hall, actually, I like him, and I think will be a good player. But today wasn't very good. He made quite a few errors that could have been very costly, and I was actually relieved to see him come off when he did.
Hey, Alfred, before you finish, because I want to hear your one thought on this. I know everybody wants to contribute on the panel, but I want to hear your one thought on this. We saw Mudryk briefly, but in that time, I have to say, Alfred, and I need your immediate opinion on this, this is a very serious player.
I would like to say with absolute pleasure and without any exaggeration, I honestly don't know if I've seen a player like that, even as little as we saw of him today. I don't know if we've seen a player like that at Chelsea since Eden Hazard.
Yeah.
He was phenomenal. As soon as he came on, he was making Liverpool shit themselves for the entire time he was on. His interceptions, his skill was unreal. My God, when he was in the box and he took on those players and was just unlucky, and he hit side netting instead. But my God, when he was taking on those players inside the box, I thought he was going to score. Man, I was getting ready to jump. But
you like, I mean, shades of Robin, when Robin was in his early 20s, really direct, really, irrepressible in confidence. It's just Alfred, I know what's about to happen with this team. I know when everybody's coming back and they're healthy, I know what's about to happen, and we're about to explode.
Yeah, he looked phenomenal, and about his pace, my God, I can see what people are talking about. You see him just jogging like everybody else at one point, and then all of a sudden, it's like somebody hit the R2 button or whatever it is on PS2 to sprint in FIFA. Like
it feels like he's got a Formula 1 car just on his feet.
Yeah, I mean, there was just one comment from Pep Guardiola about Theo Walcott when Walcott was dealing when he was about 22 years old. Pep Guardiola said Theo Walcott is like he was shot out of a gun, and I feel like this player is considerably more talented than Theo Walcott, but the same pace. It's the same pace.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
as long as they keep him more fit than Walcott, I'm happy.
Yeah, no shit, Sindra, right?
That is always the worry, and especially with this medical department at the moment.
And especially with how quick he is as well.
Hey, Sadiq, how we doing, baby?
I just want to say, I don't want to kill the vibe with Mudryk or anything, but I need Mason Mount out of the team. I need Gallagher out of the team. I've had enough.
All right, Sadiq, can I say what I said about Mason Mount? This is the tweet I said. Now, look, I don't want to dominate the stream because I'm actually not going to talk very much after this. I want everybody else to chime in. But I said this. Mason Mount fucking stinks. Stop pretending he doesn't. He fucking stinks. This guy wants $300K a week. He does not have a creative bone in his body. You fans that prioritize players over my club are embarrassing. You embarrass me. And I mean that. Fans that prioritize players over my club, you embarrass me. And Mason Mount, it's gotten to the point where I don't know, man. I mean, does Liverpool even want him anymore? This is not a very good player. He's an average guy, and I'm fucking tired of it, man. Alfred, save me, because I'm so done with this player.
Yo, Carlito, just sorry to cut you off. Johnny's on my case now.
Your case?
Yeah, he's on my case now.
About what?
About my tweet on minerals.
Yeah, well, Johnny Minerals is obsessed with this 24-year-old English kid. It's weird.
I'm surprised he hasn't said brown envelopes.
Yeah, I mean, look, we have to.
Sadiq, you can't defend his performance, dude. You cannot.
I can't.
Nah, Mount was horrific today. And at one point when he was on the right side of the pitch, he was. We got the ball in their half of the field. He just starts jogging with the ball instead of sprinting, and then Robo just. I know it was Nunes.
No, stripped him. Straight up stripped him from behind.
Yeah, he didn't pay.
We're on the counter and he's jogging, Sindra. What is going on?
Sindra, let's get it right. The highlight of that game for Mason Mount was he got outpaced by James Milner, who's 36 years old.
Yeah.
I say no more.
Minerals Milner, man.
Let me hear Wayne, guys. Let me hear Wayne. I've been waiting to hear Wayne, man. Pick up Wayne, man.
What's up, Wayne? How you doing? You confident, healthy, delicious, and handsome son of a bitch. How you doing, Wayne? How you doing, baby?
I think he's frozen.
Yeah.
Oh, no! That was such a good intro.
Rip.
Yeah, he's frozen, guys. So,
it's so typical.
Yeah.
I want to talk to him about his date.
You know a funny thing. The commentators, my commentators, at least said, when Lewis Hall wasn't even born when James Milner scored against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge in 2002. That says something. Milner was playing football and Lewis Hall wasn't even born.
Yeah, I mean, let's not slag off James Milner. Milner's longevity in his career is like fair enough.
And versatility, like how he could go from right mid, where he played for City,
He's had a good career.
to play center mid, and then play deputize at left back for Liverpool at one point, and he has played right back. Fair play to the man.
You could put James Milner in goal for all it matters, and he'll still do his absolute best. He's one of them players. You do what kind of want a player like that. Obviously, he's a bit over the hill now.
Definitely.
But,
definitely. I mean, he played for City. He played for Liverpool. This is a very good player.
I remember when Miz compared Mount to Milner. I think right now, the way Mount's playing, I think he'd wish he was Milner's level.
I would rather have a 36-year-old Milner than Mason Mount.
Matt, I have to ask you, and I want to ask Sadiq this as well. Sadiq, enough hiding behind your illness. You have to contribute today. I have to ask you guys, is Potter finally seeing that Mason Mount is a step behind the players that are now coming into this team, and what these players want to do, play quickly, combine quickly, especially in the middle and final third. Mount is a step behind. He doesn't have the joie de vivre to participate in this type of, play. He's not advanced enough.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think he should play front three at all. Now we've got the forwards. Don't play him front three. If you want to play him in the midfield, I guess fine, because we haven't got a good midfield.
Yeah, but is he better than Carney? Matt, is he better than Carney?
I mean, if it was up to me, I wouldn't start him. But I do think Mount has this weird, I don't know what it is, aura over this club where he does seem to be able to get on the pitch no matter how well he plays.
You mean he's English and handsome?
Basically, well, maybe not the handsome part, but just
he's kind of handsome. But no, it's ridiculous, Matt. Because I can't, Matt. You need to help me understand, because merit matters to me. Merit,
he's the darling of Chelsea FC fans and match going fans, and at the end of the day, as someone like Graham Potter, if you want to win, if Graham Potter already doesn't have the respect of certain match day going fans at the moment, if you then drop Mount, I think that probably puts it worse. That's where
he cannot think that way. He can't, because he will lose his job if he thinks that way.
He shouldn't think that way, but naturally, everyone does. But I think if for me, Mount needs a period on the bench to think seriously.
If João Felix was available, he would not have seen the field.
Mount needs to sit on the bench, think about what he wants to do with himself, take some time out, think what he wants for his career.
He needs a break.
Give him a break, and then bring him back in slowly. And if he deserves it, he deserves it. If he doesn't, well, then I've just nothing to say.
Sadiq, I need to hear from you. What do you think about this whole thing? Because this was one of the worst performances he's ever had.
Look, I have to be the banter aside. Okay, I might say Mason Mount this, Mason Mount that.
No. I'm not talking about banter. I'm asking your.
I'm saying in the past. I'm saying in the past, it's been banter here and there. Yeah, but this is serious now. I watched two guys play that should never play together. Conor Gallagher and Mason Mount cannot play together ever. The creativity in that squad, if they're starting the game, we're finished. It's as simple as that. One of them is already bad enough right now. Both of them, I don't care about effort 100%. I don't care about Conor Gallagher breaking the lines or running onto the second ball and all that stuff. I don't care. There's nothing coming from these two guys. Okay, I need both on the bench. If you don't want to sign a new deal from whatever they offer, time to go. Simple as that. I want to see João Felix. Look at my tweet right here. João Felix, Mudryk. For now, Havertz before Nkunku comes in. Carney behind. That's all I want to see. That's all I want to say.
I mean, in all fairness with the Gallagher thing, I don't think he'd be starting if everyone was fit.
That's the truth. That's the truth.
And I think he knows that as well. So where I don't put as much pressure on Gallagher is the fact that he is a bench player and probably doesn't. Maybe does he deserve to be at this club? Probably not. I don't see. I've not been convinced with his. He's had his audition now, and I'm not convinced by his audition. if this was X Factor, I'd be close to just hitting that no button right now, just to get him off the stage.
Guys in the comments, I said for now, Havertz, for now. Okay, it means when Nkunku comes in, he's out. Okay.
No, I mean, to be fair, let's be honest, and let's be quite objective and fair. I think Havertz played really well today.
Yeah. Sadiq, I'm not subscribing to what you just said. I am not at all.
Is he playing for Nkunku when he comes?
No, he's playing with him. And I'm not doing the minerals thing. I'm saying these guys can coexist.
Bro, you sound like minerals, bro.
You know me, I'm the complete opposite.
Let's just objectively talk about this game. In terms of Havertz, he was
very good today.
He disrupted that Liverpool backline a lot, did a lot of good off-the-ball work. For me, I know in the deep technical part of the offside, that is offside, technically, but that should never be chalked off by VAR as a clear and obvious error.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, man.
So
we were fucked on that one, man.
It's typical Liverpool, typical FA. Liverpool and Man United are darlings of the FA. They always want them to do well. If this was the other way, and that was Chelsea, that was Liverpool that scored that goal, they wouldn't be going back to check all that.
Back here. No, I agree with that.
Sadiq, before you introduce Wayne, and I can't wait to hear what Wayne has to say, we have 122 people watching. Like, subscribe. You guys, we appreciate you watching.
Guys, we need as many likes as possible.
Goddamn video, man.
We need likes, people. We need over 100 likes. Wayne, we actually gave an intro, but unfortunately you lagged out. So you can't be frustrated.
Wayne.
You can't be frustrated.
Wayne, not only do I can't wait to hear what you have to say. You're looking handsome, my bro. You're looking confident, my bro.
Thank you, I appreciate it. But no, I'm sorry about lagging out. I don't know what's wrong with internet. But I think you're all being a bit glassy-eyed. Obviously all of you've been drinking or something, but I don't know what you've been watching, but I've been watching something completely different compared to you. I think Havertz weren't good. I think he wasn't good enough up there. He didn't hold the ball well enough. He didn't set up the plays well enough. He didn't do a striker's performance. So I'm not going to say anything good about him. Gallagher, I thought, was decent. I thought he pressed well. He made good link up with Ziyech, and he was better with the link up play than anyone else. I think Mudryk he is definitely going to be the real deal, and he's similar to what he's definitely going to be the X factor, I think, for us, especially with Maduka as well. I think against Fulham away, I think that's going to be interesting. Either side, I think both should play. I think Ziyech had a really good game today. I think he had a decent game. I get the issues with Mount. I do. I'm not saying he had a good game, but I don't want to keep talking about Mount. It's old news. Let's talk about the positives. Let's talk about Mudryk. Let's talk about.
He's holding us. When everyone's
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. No matter what we say, what we say on this panel to the people watching it, or to the Chelsea board who watches it, or whatever, no one will listen because everyone will always be a Mount lover.
Wayne, I have to respect. Wayne, I respectfully disagree. It does matter. I think it does because at this point, he was subbed off in crucial moments. The last 15 minutes of a game. This is where a coach wants to win. He was subbed off. So I think it does matter, actually. Respectfully, because I love
it. The Gallagher stay on.
Well, no, yes. Gallagher stayed on.
So that does tell you a message about Mount. It does tell you a message about Mount.
It matters.
It's not about that. I'm not sitting there saying Mount was for the better player in this game or anything like that. I'm saying all our opinions. It don't matter what we say. It goes on deaf ears because no one listens.
No, I don't think so this time. I don't think so because it didn't matter about our opinions, Wayne. His performance was evidence enough.
Yeah, but Wayne, if that was true, then what's the point of talking about anyone on this channel?
Yeah,
if it's just going on deaf ears.
Yeah, Wayne, give me the old Wayne back. Give me the old Wayne back. Man.
No. I want this one. I want this Wayne because he is right about this one thing, but. I would disagree on this point, Wayne. Dude, Potter saw it. He saw it. Like he saw what we saw it. We were like, what the fuck is Mount still doing on this field? We were all so pissed. I saw the group chat. All right.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell is he doing on this pitch?
Mount should have been subbed off before that. Mount should have been subbed off way before he was subbed off. And I agree with you guys.
But I have to give Potter props for at least seeing that in the most crucial moment of the game, he couldn't do with Mount anymore. He couldn't.
It's just, to me, when Felix is back, Mudryk, Mudryk is playing. Yeah. As Sterling and that, I know Mount's not going to even get near the starting 11. I agree with you, but at the moment, unless things change against Fulham in 2 weeks, we know for a fact there's no one else Mount will play instead of anyone else. Unfortunately,
Mount will probably still make it in the team as the goalkeeper or something somehow. Just because it seems like every manager just has to play him. So I'm hoping that's changing with all these new lads coming in.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Did KJ just join the stream?
Yeah, KJ's joined. But just quickly, big up the super chat as well. Even Carney missed the golden chance. He lost balance, man. It happens. It happens.
It does happen.
Yeah.
KJ, what's up, dog?
There's a difference between losing balance and just being a complete knob, like half the chance that we miss it off.
I love his recovery for the rest of the game, though.
Man, those
Anyway, with KJ being in there, that weren't a long boycott.
He had to come on,
bro. I'll boycott this stream again, man. Don't make me do it.
KJ, my brother, how you doing, bud?
Don't ask me how I'm doing, Caucasian boy. Nah, I'm kidding. I'm good, bro.
Yeah, I missed you, man. We all missed you.
Yeah, right.
I did.
Yeah.
Good to hear your voice again, KJ.
No, it's good to see you, nephew.
You sound like Snoop Dogg, fam. Nephew.
Hey, that's racist, man.
Well, that's
a little bit.
That's what he says.
Hey, guys, can I just say one thing?
Please, just one thing. Just one thing. Just one thing. Not
say multiple things.
Yeah, I know I'm gonna say one thing. In the 35 minutes Mudryk was on the field, he had 100% tackle succession, 14 passes complete, attempted, 13 completed, 7 duels won, 4 touches in the opposition box, 4 times possession won, 3 tackles made, 2 take-ons complete, 1 foul won, and 1 shot in 35 minutes. Just imagine what he can do in 90.
Oh yeah,
he's a Hazard region,
and with a more complete and better attack, hopefully in 2 games' time. I'm gonna say one thing again. Thank you, Arsenal fans. Just keep on crying about how much we dominate in the transfer market. It's so fun watching every Arsenal fan going into meltdown now.
Oh yeah, it's absolutely brilliant. I love it.
Have you guys? Did you guys actually listen to what KJ said about Mudryk?
I said the same thing when I was talking to Carlito earlier. If you're talking about the Hazard region,
Eden Hazard.
Yeah, but he's faster than Hazard.
Quick feet,
way faster.
Quick feet.
Yeah, hey KJ, expound on that, por favor.
Yeah, man.
Ryan, you know that Hazard is my bar. He's my bar, and I'll always judge a player on their goodness based on Hazard. That brother, he's quicker than Hazard, yes, but in terms of just he's tall, but he plays like he's got low sense of gravity.
Yeah,
he's so composed in the box. He's got quick feet and he can move at pace, which is all the tools Hazard had. I'm saying this now. That brother will be our best player next season. Better than Felix. He is amazing. 8 minutes was all it took for him to make Milner hump the floor. Did you see the way he fell on the floor? That was some doggy style antics there, boy.
And he is right in this comment. Mudryk, he makes a decision of what he wants to do before he's even had the ball.
Yeah, he's preemptive.
the amount of times you see some of our players, especially Gallagher, take about 50 seconds to fucking make a decision before he's actually done it. And
Our
by
players are too
then, the
slow.
ball's the other side of the pitch because he's already been tackled.
Matt,
Yeah.
there was this thing I was when I was coaching, Matt, the thing I always emphasized with players was be proactive, be preemptive instead of reactive. Be proactive, know what you want to do with the ball, and know where that pass is going to go before you even receive it. Mudryk, you could tell he's 2 steps ahead. This is like an advanced player. He's 22 years old. He's already an advanced player. And look, KJ, I'm with you, man. Look, Hazard was my favorite ever footballer outside Zidane, but he broke my heart. And now I think my heart is going to be full again because this Mudryk guy is not only dope as shit, he's also got neck tattoos, and he's terrifying to look at. He looks like a Russian mobster. So
Hey,
I am in for all of it.
He's a man of God. He says he's prayers. That's what
I know. But imagine what happened before he was a man of God. Ooh.
Yeah, and Mudryk also has something Chelsea have missed since we can say lockdown Pusic, and probably also pre-injury in Cho at one point. We have been lacking the directness of players, like taking players on and just running with the ball. We have been lacking that for many years now, and hopefully we can improve on that with both Felix and Nkunku and stuff, and Madueke when he plays.
Noni.
Yeah, Monsinho or Monsinho.
He wants to be called I think he wants to be called Noni. Right?
Guys, I want to give an outro to Wayne Moulds because he let me down in the private chat. Wayne Moulds, here is your stage to go. We're gonna miss you. I hope it means a lot to you when you leave. And yeah,
You, Sadiq, right? You get your head out your ass, boy. All right, get your head out your ass. All right.
No. Look at Wade with his haircut, with his tan. He's looking handsome as shit. Let's go, Wayne Moulds. Let's go.
he wants it, man. He wants it. Wayne Moulds, take care, man.
Take
Thank
care,
you,
Wayne.
guys. Have a good
seeing
evening.
you again.
Oh boy.
Sorry to cut you off, guys. Where were we?
I fucking love Wayne Moulds, man.
He's a good lad.
He's
Yeah.
a good lad, man. Go ahead, Sindro. What do you got, man?
I'm happy. Like, I know Liverpool, in my opinion, were the better team in probably the first quarter of the second half. They had the bigger chances that I didn't really watch that part of the game, but I'm generally happy with the performance. I know we should have probably have the 3 points in that game, or we deserved it more than what Liverpool did.
Yeah.
But we can see some improvement and the way we want to go. And right now, I think we should, if we can, we should go for the midfielder that we want, and we should look at the right back, because if Trevor Chalobah is injured for a little while now, we don't want to play Azpilicueta at this point. We desperately need.
Hey, Sindra, hate to cut you off. Chalobah had a cramp. It wasn't an injury.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah,
No. This is breaking news. I'm not trying to be a dick about this.
Yeah.
He was taken off for a cramp, so it wasn't an injury. Which, by the way, Sindra, good news, right?
Yeah.
We need backup, so
I would still go for right back. But not a big profile, in my opinion, right back, not like a Dumfries or a Frimpong or someone like that, because they don't want to be an understudy to Reece James. That's why both Livramento and Lamptey left. We need someone who can accept being a rotational player, and I think they will actually.
But what you got to remember, though, with the amount of injuries Reece James does get and has shown he gets, you could still be playing a decent amount of games, even as being Reece James's understudy.
Yeah, that was the point I was going to come.
I get getting rotational players, but they've still got to be of a good quality. You don't want to just crap in. It's like Man City, you've got
Walker and
two
Cancelo
players in every position because they want quality in every position.
Yeah, I agree on that, and I think we should at least have someone who can I'm not saying that Reece James should yes, improve, need to improve that much, but I want someone who could always challenge Reece James for that right back position, so he doesn't get too comfortable with it. That's what I think Mount has become. I think because he hasn't really been challenged from the starting lineup in now 3 years. I think he's just been too comfortable, so that's why I think that has stalled his, let's say, some type of his technical development and stuff.
Sandra, let me ask you and Matt Ball this question: if João Felix was available today, would Mount have played over him?
No.
Like
from what we can see, the 60 minutes or the 57 minutes before Felix got the red card, he has been from those 60 minutes. He has been 10 times the players and done 10 times more on the pitch than what Mason Mount has done all half the season. And just imagine what he can do for the half of this season. I think that this will also improve our attack if he plays in kind of like the left or the center, like the center cam with Mudryk and say Madueke on the right and left, and then Havertz up top, or even Aubameyang. I think that can really improve our directness, and we can hopefully see some improvements in the attack and hopefully start to score some goals, because we're desperately lacking. We have one in goal difference.
Hey, Sadiq, I want to ask you this question. This is a player that's been heavily slated, but a player that I thought played very well today, Marc Cucurella. Sadiq, I thought he shone bright in a very difficult game, and I think that we should be giving him a second chance.
I mean, I don't really understand why people were slagging him off so much. I mean, it's now come out with what Potter said, that he has been suffering with family and mental issues. Which that now does make sense with the idea that suddenly he'd be fine for one half, and then the next half he's just losing concentration, and that is a sign of something mentally is not going right in the background. So if that is true and that's what he has been suffering with, then I give him, like Chilwell did. Chilwell had the same thing and then turned out to be very good after, once he got back and had the time. And if Cucurella does need, unfortunately, a bit of time out, then fair enough. That is
I mean, you can't give Chilwell the benefit of the doubt just because he's speaking.
Oh,
it's gone.
Oh no!
Yeah, Mike's
so
gone.
He had a Wade Moulds moment.
Yeah, I think everyone's going at him, and maybe it's because of his price tag. Maybe it's because he is the closest player to Potter because he played with Potter at Brighton. But I just think the whole Cucurella slagging off thing has just been a bit just out of order. Sterling have been massive kind of
Scapegoats. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when a lot of these other players have played a lot worse. But it's them two that seem to be scapegoated. Even now, you're still getting Sterling rumours to Juventus, which I don't see happening because, one, we've still got this homegrown thing. Two, Juventus have just got 15 points deduction for financial problems and corruption.
Finally.
So I don't see... Yeah, finally. I don't see why Sterling wouldn't going to go near that, and just free resign Sterling in the summer. So I just don't see...
I think he wants to prove himself. Should we go for just a quick question, and we'll talk about Juve. Should we try and go for like a Vlahovic or a player from them if they're available on the cheap?
Ask Sadiq this question. Ask Sadiq this question. Sadiq, I want to hear your answer.
Chiesa.
What was the question again?
Alfred, by the way, Alfred, you know I'm with you on that one, brother.
Cinder, what's the question?
The question is,
since Juve just got a point deduction for corruption and breaching some financial rules and stuff, I think all the players are going to be going for cheaper because teams know they are also desperate to establish, or what's the word, to like reduce the books a little bit so they are more not in debt anymore. So should we go for like a Vlahovic or a Chiesa or someone of the top caliber players from Juve if they're available? I know we should already see if we can get Zakaria for a cheaper fee, but that's my opinion.
Yeah,
I mean,
Zakaria, yeah, but I think the others just avoid.
Yeah, I wouldn't go. I wouldn't go for Vlahovic because I think the way Potter wants to play, as Carlito said yesterday, he wants to go with forwards, not necessarily strikers. And I think
Strikers, yeah.
Vlahovic will kind of. I don't want him to. He's not going to be the same as Lukaku in terms of problems behind the scenes, but it's that same type of striker. Is he just going to be someone that's standing in the way of it all and not going to work with this system that we kind of are trying to build? Other players potentially, I wouldn't. Now this depends on how cheap they're going to be. Players like Weston McKennie, potentially, I wouldn't mind having in as a squad rotation player if he's on the dirt cheap. Zakaria, get him on a cheaper deal potentially. Yes. Other than that,
Rabiot.
Chiesa, no, I don't. I'm not. I've never been a fan of Rabiot, so that can be out.
You bite that tongue.
I know Carlito love Rabiot.
That's why I wanted to mention him as well.
Chiesa,
Look,
Chiesa would
Matt.
be great, but not. But I look at the options we've got: Felix, Mudryk, and Cuckoo. Not over them.
Hey, look, Alfred. You and I both love me some Chiesa, bro. I'm with you, man. But I think with Mudryk, he's more than enough. Matt, I can't do it with Vlahovic. I can't because he's slow. And look, that's a primitive analysis, but it's the truth. He's slow.
But yeah,
I don't want slow players in my attack anymore.
He's going to hinder the play more than support.
No. And look, he also wants to be a focal point, so you actually have to possess around him. He's going to sit there essentially. Whereas I want my front three, Nkunku, Mudryk, Noni, right? Not Mudryk, Noni. I want these guys to be.
Mudryk.
I want these guys to be disrupting the territorial integrity of the back four of the other team. I want the back four to be like crisscrossing themselves because these guys are switching positions. I don't want a focal point. I want us to be fluid. This is the modern game. And call me a fucking hipster if you want, but this is what I want. And I think João Felix behind all that will just be insanely good. Like, this is the future of what we're about to do. Get excited, y'all. It's going to be great.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I wouldn't. Vlahovic, no.
I can't do it, man. I can't do it.
Chiesa, we probably don't necessarily need with what we've got.
It's really good.
McKennie, depending on price, obviously Zakaria.
What do you mean? How comes we've got so many guys, bro? Like, do you want?
No, I said
we've got to stop stockpiling talent, bro.
Competition, backup,
No, bro.
Listen. We're talking about João Felix. We're talking about Mudryk. We haven't even mentioned about Sterling. Where's Sterling going to be?
If for some reason Felix was a deal that just completely fell through and we weren't going to get him in the summer on the permanent, then
he's coming. Look at Ben Chilwell. Look at Reece James. Look at these guys. They're showing love to Felix.
I understand that. I think he will come potentially, but I'm saying if it does fall. No, if it does for any reason.
There's no point saying if. There's no point.
There's no way, Matt. There's no way we would let him go. There's no way.
There's always
no way.
Matt. I'm sorry, but these American owners are breaking.
This is a mill.
These these American owners are literally defying all your little British customs that you guys hold so sacredly. They don't give a fuck about your customs. They don't care.
I get it. But I'm just saying, should for some bizarre reason it not go through?
We went from if to should. That's a new one.
Whatever.
That's a new one.
Matt, you are a super villain. You are a super villain.
All I'm saying is
making me more ill, man. You're making me more ill.
Option to get. Should Felix or if
Matthew the vibe killer. He's Matthew the vibe killer.
He's a big one.
He's the vibe killer.
He's a big one.
Atletico could easily just go, no, I'm keeping him.
Bro, he signed an extension so they try and get more money out.
Yes.
But don't forget also Simeone is probably going to quit at the end of the season.
That is not true. That has been debunked. Sindra, how dare you? How dare
fake
you?
News.
That is fake news. Alfred. Tell me something about the game, brother. What do you got?
Yeah. Man, I just again, I saw a lot of positive things. Absolutely loved what I saw for most of the game. just again, it's a shame that we couldn't get that killer instinct in the end. That can deliver us the goals to get us the 3 points. We actually really needed them. So it's unfortunate, but yeah, again, because I'm not gonna want to stop talking about Mudryk, and I'd like to just mention him again. He looked phenomenal. He lit the shit out of that game when he came on, and I'm just gonna be dying for every Chelsea upcoming game now, so I can see this man shine again. And wow, when Felix is going to get back into this team again, which is only he's got one more game left to serve his suspension.
Yeah.
Then that's going to be very nice to see as well.
Alfred, can you not just tell how much Mudryk wants it? I know that's a trope and it's a cliche, but I really do think Mudryk really wants this. Like, he's emotionally, professionally invested in this club and his future.
Absolutely, you can tell. You can just tell that fire that he had in him in this game, man. He really wanted to do well. He's happy to be here. I'm not at all buying into any of that Arsenal crap. He really wanted to go to Arsenal, so he's not going to play that well at Chelsea. Shit. Absolute garbage to me, because if he really wanted to go there, let's be honest, they wanted him. He wanted to go there. That deal probably would have made some kind of arrangement to get him to Arsenal if Chelsea didn't come along with an offer. And let's have it right, he decided to come to Chelsea instead of pursuing any possible further opportunity to go to Arsenal. So people can say what they want about that situation, but that's what happened.
Yeah. Can we also talk about how now, like, former players and stuff are just talking about Mudryk's game against Liverpool, like Jermaine Janus? I think Arsenal should have found a way to pay the money for Mudryk. Jeez, he looks like a player. Mudryk is the first player to get me off my seat. Chelsea player to get me off the seat like this since Eden Hazard days. And even Gary Neville said, seeing Mudryk for 10 minutes, would like to play against him.
That's because he's a Hazard region.
It just speaks to show that, yes, people can say we overpaid for him, but
we didn't.
Yeah, I know, but he will repay the extra money we had to fork out to beat Arsenal to him.
Oh, he looks like he will. That's for sure. That's for damn sure.
Yeah. I want a bastard, man. I want a motherfucker. I want someone that just goes on the pitch and knows he will kill anybody that steps to him. And you can just tell, man, he's got a neck tattoo, for Christ's sake. The guy's a killer. He's a killer, man. He's a killer.
And he has split his hair into what's that called in English?
A part?
Yeah, sure. When he has. Yeah, I don't know what's that. That hair also looks dangerous on him.
Yeah, he looks like an assassin.
Yeah. But
Alfred, you see the movie Eastern Promises? He looks like he's central casting there, man.
I actually haven't seen that.
Oh, you should watch. It's awesome.
Okay, shall do.
Write that down.
But we didn't win, but I'm generally positive about the game.
Yeah. No, we need to be honest about this game.
That even I'm positive, and this is coming from Mr. Negativity. Loves to stay in the negative zone.
Hey, KJ, what do you got? KJ, what do you got?
I'm gonna be negative. Shit, cuz I'm gonna be negative then.
No.
Shit. What do you got?
That game was a middle. Let's be honest with ourselves, boys. There was no quality in that squad. The only positives we can take is from individual performances. But overall, that was dumb to watch. That was boring to watch. But saying that, I agree with everyone in the Twitter chat. I can see the potential in the squad, and I can see what Potter is trying to build. There's so much promise in these players, and they're quality players. So we're building a bunch of serial killers out there. I'm telling you, next season, I tweeted this. We're going for the treble. I don't give a shit. I don't care how far we drop. Next season, we're going for the freaking treble, baby. This season, it's a write-off. We won't win the Champions League. But
hey,
enough of that. we could win it. Yeah, I'm not
But,
going to hear this. I'm not going
and
to hear that
and
shit.
also don't forget, we will see. Like people are complaining about our transfer spending in this January window. Just wait until the summer, my guys.
Hey, by the way, that report that came out that said that in England you can't have more than 5 years. Fabregas at 19 years old was signed for an 8-year contract. So
Yeah, and
literally,
that's
it's
like-
literally a lie. It's literally.
And that's over. That's
Kepa as
over
well,
10,
also
12 years
7-year
ago.
contracts, but they didn't care about that one.
I mean, oh, there's this FIFA mandate. That is a lie. Like,
Kepa was 7 years. We saw him in
yeah,
2018.
bro.
He was
João
7.
Felix 7 years. Saul Niguez 9 years. Come on, man. Come on.
Yeah, didn't they almost start to sign Saul on like a lifelong contract as well? I swear Atletico tried to do
there
that.
Are of course, there are certain countries that
Barcelona tries to do that with
that,
Messi.
but we don't do
Yeah.
it. There's nothing in the Premier League rulebook saying we can't do it.
So all these like fans that are crying about how Chelsea are like going around FFP because it goes on the how much you take the price and then you divide it by the years that they had the contracts for. So for Mudryk, say it's almost 10 million a year. Like every team could have thought of that, but they just haven't done it because they haven't thought about giving the owners didn't want to give the players so long contracts. But Todd Bowley wants to build a dynasty here at Chelsea. He wants to
A dynasty
have the
full of
best...
serial killers, man.
Hey, KJ, I got a brother here. One of my friends used to play pro here at RSL in the MLS. Bit, shameless Arsenal fan. He goes, Mudryk looked so fucking good. I am furious about the hijacking. And this is a guy that does not give Chelsea any props. None.
Wow.
Bro, but that's
Let's
why
go.
Arsenal fans are so vexed, because they can see the quality he has. And they'll continue being vexed, and I love it. I'm gonna drink these Arsenal tears all day, because that guy,
Oh, they're
freaking
delicious. They're salty
We are-
as hell.
We are in my opinion, we are the kings of hijackings in the Premier League. Like John Obi Mikel in or like it was in 06 or something. Willian and now Mudryk.
Yeah.
People can't go around and having deals like publicly now because Chelsea will just go and sign them.
Bro,
Should
did you
we-
see how fast Arsenal signed Trossard just because?
Yeah,
You
that
know,
was that was a consolation prize, man. That was like plan D. Not plan
Yeah.
C or B. That was plan
Like-
D.
Like they could have gone for Madueke, but we went for him, and he is 8 years younger than
Yeah.
Trossard, and probably can be a better, and probably will develop to be a better player than Trossard.
I mean, they paid 27 million, wasn't it, for someone that they could get for free in 6 months?
Yeah, that's also ridiculous.
That is bad. I mean, people talk about bad business. That is bad business.
Yeah, and also he's 28, so he will probably be on the top for like 2, 3, max 5 more years, and then they need to replace him.
Yeah, but Sidra, let's just be clear. If we're comparing players, Trossard is not even close to as good as Mudryk.
Or I wouldn't say he's even close to good as Madueke, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But
Hey,
we'll see how
Sadiq,
Madueke-
let me ask you a question. Number one, how are you? Are you okay?
No, I'm not okay, bro. But I'll be better very soon. Most of my symptoms are gone.
That's good to hear.
I just got a sore throat, and you can hear me cough a few times, but it's not
So-
as bad as it was a few
my
days ago.
My second question is, what do you think of Benoit Badiashile?
Is absolute opposite to what Carlito is saying.
Okay. Okay. Thanks.
Yeah.
Great contribution, bro.
No, seriously, no. He's very calm on the ball, composed. Makes it look very simple. Isn't going to get as much appreciation because of Thiago Silva, who's also phenomenal, of course. But he does definitely deserve more praise. I think he's come in. He's done a great job. And he's someone that will be competing against Fofana, I'm sure, when he's ready to come back in.
Or partnering with him.
I think next season we're like if we sign Thiago Silva on a new year contract, I think next year we're gonna try and like slowly phase Thiago Silva out of the first team But of course he's going to play. But I think it's more going to be like rotational, and he will still be a massive influence to the defenders. That's why I still want to keep him. I want Chelsea to give him a coaching position when he retires. Like, say, okay, you love Chelsea because we can see that from how he acts on social media and stuff, that he actually likes Chelsea. He likes living in London. His wife is active on social media and is tweeting some funny stuff about Chelsea and stuff. So give this guy, if he wants to, give him a coaching position on Chelsea, because I think he could actually be a really good coach and just a really good guy to have on the bench. Just like how Chelsea, what Chelsea did with like Ruud Gullit and rest in peace him, Gianluca Vialli, how they like converted him to a playing coach when he took over from Gullit. Like, we need to do more of that when players, or some players, that is good to have around in the dressing room and on the bench and stuff. When they want to retire, just in my opinion, give them coaching positions, like coaching staff. Like Thiago Silva as a defensive coach would be really good, because he is so experienced and has a lot of quality to teach younger players. And we can see like how he is affected by the Chile already.
Yeah, personalities like this are so important, man. That's why we were so good in we had, Drogba, Terry, and Lampard. We had three absolute fucking champion leaders in every position.
Don't forget Czech.
around the pitch, and of course Czech as well. Very good point. So when you've got that many leadership quality players in the team, it's very effective, because when Terry is having an off day, Lampard or Drogba are there to pick up the pieces, vice versa. If Drogba's having a bad day, Lampard and Terry will lift the team up. It was good times, man.
In my opinion, like in the old days, we had like almost a leader in every single position. Like Cole, Balak, Essien could be a leader sometimes.
That's
I
true,
think.
actually.
Like,
Yeah.
we had a lot of leaders in that team from the past, and that's something we're lacking now. We're lacking
True.
some real leadership material.
So, Sneak, I think that Brighton just agreed to deal with a new midfielder.
Yeah, so it's like a Swedish midfielder.
Yeah, I
From
think that
Gothenburg.
Alfred. I think that this is still happening.
Sign. This is a good
Yeah.
sign.
It's done deal.
Moises
Caicedo
Caicedo to Chelsea.
Yeah.
I think we're going, like, in probably max a week time, probably 3 to 4 in my opinion. We're gonna hear like, here we go, from Fabrizio, or Ben Jacobs. So yeah, that's
it's a matter
gonna
of
be
time.
fun.
Jacobs, hopefully on the channel very soon with Carly.
Aha. Yeah. How about that? All right, Sneak. Well, you got to go. I know, but
Yes.
Matt and I will continue. No worries.
No, thank you,
What
everyone.
I hope about Caicedo, I hope 29th of January is announced, because it's my birthday. So he'd be happy to have the midfielder, the key to Chelsea's success, finally opened on my birthday. So that'd be great.
Hey.
But we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, I think, Matt, I always look at timeline of players returning and, the coming days and who we're playing. And I kind of feel like we survived a tough period. And now we have time for players like Reece James, players like Wesley Fofana.
2 weeks till Fulham, isn't it?
Yeah, players like Ben Chilwell. I mean, like all these guys, they're coming back. So everybody that was very down on Chelsea, everybody like Roy Jennings. By the way, Roy Jennings, fuck you. But people like Roy Jennings, they're all down on Chelsea. Guys, personnel matters.
They are the actual brown envelopes. When they're if there
dude.
are brown envelopes,
Yeah, but
he is one of them.
Matt, personnel matters. Like, you cannot provide such harsh criticism without context. You can't. Like, having Reece James on this team It's not just an emotional boost because everyone is so relieved that the best player we have is back, but he's also really good and impactful. Players like Ben Chilwell, yeah, he matters, bro. These guys that are coming back, they are very consequential to this team. The personnel matters. So, yes, when they are back, and they're going to be back very soon, Wesley Fofana, another one, going to be a great player, just like Mudryk. It's going to matter, and we're going to be fine. We're going to be fine. And I'll tell you what right now, Matthew Ball, we're going to push for UCL. You just watch.
Yeah.
I think if we can get once we get a midfielder in, I am happy.
Yeah.
Whether we go on a good cup run with the UCL is another question.
It's one-off, Matt. It's a one-off.
Yeah, I mean, any good team can put a cup run together.
Chelsea is particularly good at this, though. Chelsea is particularly good at this.
I wouldn't. And this is going to sound controversial. I don't want to do that because it will just paper over cracks.
Nah, fuck it. Do it.
No, I don't think we're papering over cracks, Matt. We're buying players. That is an intellectual fallacy. I'm sorry. I'm not.
No, but every time it happens, and I get this is new owners, so I'm hopeful this is gone. But every time we do win the Champions League or a bigger trophy, we stop buying players. We think we are the
Dude,
business.
we've bought the most. We've bought the most. We just need them to be integrated.
Yeah, but we're not finished yet.
I know, but once we get that midfielder, I think you cannot say that there are cracks. I don't think there are.
We do need another midfielder after that, but
it's not going to be Enzo. It's just not going to be Enzo, man.
No, I don't expect it to be Enzo at that point, but I still think we need another midfielder after that. Even if it is someone like a Zakarian, who is really going to be a good creator.
He is going to be really good. There's no doubt.
Obviously, creativity doesn't come from just one player. It comes from a team aspect. But
unfortunately, with Man City, it actually did come from one player.
Yeah. But you do have to have someone who is like a De Bruyne, who specializes in that creativity. And Zakarian oozes creativity.
Yeah, the profile is, and I hate that word because it's a buzzword on Twitter, but the profile is he is in comparison to Kevin De Bruyne. And obviously not as good. No one is, but he plays like him.
Yeah, I mean, he looks the real deal.
Yeah.
And I'd like to bring him in, but I'd like to bring it. I would have liked to have brought him in now to, again, like how we're doing with the rest of them, Andre Santos, Fofana, breed them in slowly. But obviously, I imagine this will be a summer thing because obviously there is politics slowing this deal down. And I think now it's come off. It's off Chelsea's priority list now, I guess. And it's going to be something that maybe we go back to in the future. But
Alfred, what do you got?
I just wanted to say before, Matt, about papering over the cracks. If we win the Champions League, you can just tell that those days are over. We will continue. We've got something building that's very proper. We've got a very, very big plan here, and I just don't think it'll be a problem. So I would take a Champions League all day, any day. I'm really not afraid of papering over cracks. And in addition to that, winning the Champions League this season would just
Sorry, my bad. I gotta hit it myself. Continue, bro.
KJ, nothing but love for you, brother. But you have to know that it would just be such a fucking Chelsea thing to do to go on and win this Champions League this season.
Yeah.
Because, what were you saying to yourself when Lampard was getting sacked and we were playing quite fucking poor then as well, let's be honest. We really did not look like a Champions League winning team. And all right, Tuchel came in. It wasn't Graham Potter. It was Thomas Tuchel, fair enough. But still, all right, the players put in a phenomenal rest of the tournament, and we won the Champions League after we looked like we had no business being anywhere near the thing. And I honestly reckon that we put together a few games, a few decent performances in the games that we have remaining this season in the Champions League. You never know, man. Never ever count us out.
KJ, what do you got, man?
I'm counting us out. I don't give a shit, bro. We ain't there.
Oh, boo bird! You're a boo bird.
I think the negativity has gone away from the Brits. It's gone to South Africa.
No.
Listen,
KJ's the new Roy Jennings. He's the new Roy Jennings.
Negativity,
don't get
KJ.
it
Come on.
twisted.
Come on, you're just starting to get into it of believing the process. Get on the process.
Hey.
Get on the process, boss. Come on.
Matt, you've been negative for 35 years.
I've been negative about the midfielder, but I believe this process the whole time. We will go. Fuck it. We're going to win.
I've been negative for 50 years.
I'm like Rose from the Titanic. It's been 84 years.
Matt Ball is like that crusty old lady in the liquor store. I need a drink. I've been negative my entire life.
Negativity. As soon as that midfielder comes in,
It is my
negativity is out the
elixir.
window.
Negativity fuels me. Oh my God, man. KJ's right. Look. By the way, you're wrong about UCL. We may go on a run here. But look, Matt Ball, you have been negative. Come on, man.
No, but I am on the way. I am on the way back. I am.
Yeah.
On the way
Are you
back.
on the mend or something?
That's also because Chelsea are on the way back. They're also on the uprising.
I've been negative, but I've believed in Potter this whole time.
That's true.
I've not once said Potter out.
Yeah, but
That's
guys,
crazy.
can I just comment a little fun stat for you about the salty Arsenal fans and Trossard and Mudryk? Arsenal paying 27 million for Trossard over 3 years. That's 9 million a year, right? Mudryk is costing Chelsea 10 million a year. So this shows how bad the Trossard deal is compared to the Mudryk deal. Like, we pay 1 million more a year for a player who is 6 years younger and has more. I think he was already a better player than Trossard, and has a big higher potential as well. Arsenal are stupid. They panicked, but in my opinion, they panicked bought a player who was desperate to leave because he had fell out with the club or the manager.
True.
Yeah, I mean, Arsenal have signed Trossard, who, whether it was De Zerbi or Trossard's fault, has just completely gone strike and gone AWOL a little bit.
Yeah.
So, good luck to them. They can stick with Trossard. We can stick with Mudryk. I can't wait. I can't wait to see this player next game. I can't wait. 2 weeks.
Matt, I mean, like, how, again, I used to watch these compilations of Hazard before he joined us. When he was still at Lille, he won Player of the Season in Ligue 1 2 years in a row.
I think one was a young player of the season.
And young player of the season, yes. And Joe Cole was speaking with Chelsea, and they're saying, you have to sign this player. You have to sign this player. and I was watching, and it was Tommy Trumpet's fucking techno. When I was watching this video, I was like, oh my God, Eden Hazard is unbelievable. He's unbelievable. And I have the same feeling about this guy. They're different. They're different players. Yeah, they're different players. And they're also probably different people. But this type of impact, we finally found our man, our replacement, because we've been searching since 2018. We've been searching for, the next, magisterial guy, the X factor, the culture setter, the game changer, the motherfucker. This is it. This is the one. Him and Felix, and because Felix is, in my opinion, actually a better player, slightly. But these are the guys. These are the types of moves that win you the Premier League again. And I think we're going to go for it. Not this year, but next year.
Wonder kids.
Hey, I watched one game today. Warriors 90 minutes of rubbish, and my stance still stays how fucking shit Mason Mount is. Mason
He's
Mount,
so bad. He's so bad, Matt.
Khalida, when are they going to wake up, Khalida? When are they going to wake up? When are they going to
When's it going to end, Robbie?
When's it gonna end, bro? I'm telling you, every day he gets worse. And then, he's young. Give him time. How can
He's
I give a player
24.
time when
He's 24.
when
He's not young.
increasing?
That's not
Yeah,
young.
he's
That's not
Young stops at 23. I'm sorry, Young stops at 23. You're an established man now, right? And this guy is absolutely horrible, man. He is shocking. I can't believe him today. And I knew this was happening because Khalid, I said it. Mason Mount is a Liverpool player. He's not a Chelsea player. Every game he's played against Liverpool, he's won them the game, and he did it once again today when he's fumbling the ball, losing possession, and then every time he loses the ball, he goes like he puts his hand up in the air and complains. Like he's the one who makes a mistake and he complains about himself. This guy needs to go. Every day I'm gonna keep saying he needs to go.
What's so irritating is that he thinks he has the largesse to complain. Like he is so established, he thinks he can just throw his hands up and everybody will be cool with it. Dog, read the room. You need more people. You're not that good.
But unfortunately, Khalid, the manager gives him that credit where he'll play bad, but the manager starts to make sense.
Matt. At the most crucial point of the game, he was yanked.
There's nowhere to be found. Like he's like
no, he was subbed. Like Potter was like, "Ooh, I don't."
Bro, I didn't even know he got subbed.
Yeah,
I thought he was on the pitch. I'm like, "Where's Mount?" He's done.
Yeah. By the way, Carney came on lightning rod.
Yeah. I just didn't see Batman. I feel
guys,
bad.
guys,
but here's him with Ziyech. Yeah. See how Ziyech puts in those cross colliders, left, right, center. He's putting crosses. He's giving good balls. You know, if that was Mount,
I want to talk to you about Ziyech. I want to talk, but I want to ask you this one thing because I hopefully you saw what we saw. Mudryk, holy shit!
What a plan. That stuff. He's the first player in 3 years to take on a player in the box. I cannot recall the last time someone has ever done that. Just in women's jerseys.
Like Pulisic
can do it, but this guy's gone.
He's
injured. He's injury prone. Mudryk is the player that Khalid, I'm telling you, this Mudryk is a real deal. I need to see more of him. I'm gonna take it game by game. But him, Felix, link up with Ziyech there, and Fofana and Cucurella.
Sensational boy.
We need to see how there's no Mounts. There's no James Charles, Havertz in the encounter. There's none of that. We've got these new players here.
All right, I got to ask everybody this question. I have to ask everybody this question. Is Potter trying to keep Ziyech?
Yes.
He's trying.
I mean, to be fair, there isn't many
KJ,
there isn't so many players out that Ziyech.
No, KJ, what do you think?
Bro, Potter's trying Ziyech more than Aubameyang. A striker that's already proven that can get you goals, but he's favoring freaking Mason Mount, Kai Havertz, freaking girlfriend boyfriend link up, and then Ziyech on the side, which tells you a lot.
I think if we want, sorry, Katie, but if we want to keep Ziyech, I know we won't go for him, but we should have a player like Vlahovic or someone like who is a target man, who is a dangerous player in the box. Like yes, Havertz can win header and stuff, but he isn't.
I don't know. I think Potter's trying to get away of focal pointed attacks, man.
I know that, but if you want to keep Ziyech, who is delivering those quality balls into the box from the right hand side, we need someone who is, in my opinion, better in the air than Havertz.
Fofana can do that. That's true.
Yeah, but he isn't Noni isn't a striker, he's a winger. I don't think he is that good.
No, I'm talking about the balls. You're talking about the balls that Ziyech plays, and that's the reason that he still plays on this team.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, other players can do that too.
Yeah, but I have to go now, guys, so I'm going to jump off.
See you,
so take care, guys.
Good to see you.
So it was fun to be on. Don't forget to everyone who's watching the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. And is it now 2 weeks until the next game?
Yeah, it's a while, actually, yeah.
Then, we're gonna get Reece James and Fofana back, man. How about that, man?
Yeah, and we still have like 10 days left of the transfer window, so hopefully there will still be some good news.
We've got 10 days to get rid of Mason Mount, inshallah. Yeah, come on, just keep praying, man.
Take care, guys.
See you, buddy. Hey, Australian Matt, I gotta ask you, buddy. Casado, we're doing it, right? We're doing that.
We're doing it, bro. Spend that money. You know, I don't want no declined Rice. I've said it. He'll come in. He'll polarize the fan base. Number one, the guy is a lone DM. We don't play with that system anymore. Casado's a guy who can play at DM, but he can create. He creates from the back. I just don't want Declan Rice. I've said it multiple times. You know, people always come, "Oh, why do you want Declan Rice?" I just don't want the guy. I don't like the guy. I generally don't like him. I don't like his mentality. I don't like how he degrades his club, hanging with Mason Mount to just get to get him in the club. I don't like it. I think there's much better options. Casado, great player. Great player. I mean, we might have to overpay, but we overpay. if he shows the quality, we're not going to complain about the price. Like if Mudryk is pouring that performance week in, week out, I wouldn't even look at the price. I've said we overpaid for Mudryk, but I will not consider that price if he puts in that shift week in, week out. So I think, but again, for me, Khalid, the main problem is, and I'll keep saying it, I've been saying it for 4 or 5 months now, just get rid of players. Like the only reason we fix this mess, and the only reason Graham Potter stays at this club, if he gets rid of Havertz, Mount, Aspie, all these players who aren't performing well, they're not out of form because they never reached a form to get into. When has Havertz had a consistent season?
I'm pushing back on Havertz. The other players,
I know
agree
you
with you. Aspie is awful. Mason Mount is the most unlikable player at Chelsea. But Havertz, I'm pushing back because Havertz played really well today.
But Khalid,
Matt, Havertz played well today.
He was okay. It wasn't.
Oh, fuck off with that! No. I'm not letting that one slide.
True Havertz type of haters that go, he's okay.
Hang on. But what did he do?
That's a good question.
The reason why Liverpool's defense was struggling so much because he was moving and creating space for everyone else.
Oh, he was moving. Oh my god! We complain about this moving thing.
Matt, hold on. You put Felix, you put Noni. You put Mudryk around him. Come on, man.
I didn't say he had a bad game, but I didn't say. I didn't say he had a good game. I gave him. I think it was a bit above average, but it was nothing special. He should have put a good couple.
That is your bias showing. KJ, what do you got?
It's not bias. Well, Kasim. Khalid. I'll say Ziyech for me. I've said Ziyech comparison. I said this back in 2019 and 2020 when we got Havertz. I said Havertz has the same ceiling rate as Joao Felix. They both have great talent, but we unfortunately did not execute Havertz's talent correctly. We didn't execute it to the point where we reached his highest quality. I'll say right now, he had great talent. Havertz has great talent, but we cannot execute it at this club. He hasn't had a consistent season since he's been here for 3 years. He hasn't had a consistent season ever. 1920, half a season. 2021, half a season. 2022, 2023, he hasn't had it. So when are we going to see consistent form?
Can I retort on this? Because this is important. This is crucial. Giroud was at his best when he was playing with Hazard. Okay? Now, obviously, Kai Havertz and Giroud, different players, but they're both playing number 9. He now has a player in Mudryk. And he's going to get a player in Noni, and he's going to get Felix back very soon. Matt, I have to see this out before I give final judgment. I have to see this out.
But what if we see Mount? We've obviously a final judgment on Mount. What if
Dude, Mount can be the water boy. Mount can be Bobby Boucher in the Bayou. For all I care.
Khalid, I'll say something. I'll be honest. I've said Havertz has great talent, but can he get executed at Chelsea? I don't think so. If he stays, whatever. But I think for me, the main reason he needs to go is Mason Mount. I would love his boyfriend, Kai Havertz, to go with him. He needs to go with him. But if he stays, whatever. But I don't care. But the main problem is minimums.
I was basically going to say the same thing. But I mean, the knock-on effect of having Havertz is it diminishes the role of people like Ziyech. Trust me, we would be saying Ziyech is on the same level as Ozil if Havertz just had the football intelligence to link up well and be in great positions. Because the amount of times that Ziyech tries to find Havertz and he's nowhere to be seen, or he's just freaking lazy in the box, or he can't have the spatial awareness to run into space and beat defenders is stupid. Which is why I think you get rid of someone like Havertz, you put even a Aubameyang up front. You can see the players like Ziyech shine. You can see Pulisic start shining again. We need to get rid of that guy. Havertz is not good enough. We have to get rid of him. The knock-on effect of having him front is the diminishing returns of other players.
Khalid, I think if Fofana was there, I think it would be better.
Final thoughts for everybody because we gotta go.
Yeah, I think the jury is still out on Havertz, but we've just got to wait and. I mean, I'd like to see my final chance for Havertz to see how he does with these sort of players. If he doesn't start to propel into the player we want to believe and think he is, then I think then it has to be. You have to be harsh in this thing when it comes to being the creme de la creme and being at the top. You've got to make difficult sacrifices, and I think Havertz might be that difficult sacrifice. You just got to cut him off. I think
personally,
I
would personally give Havertz until the end of the season. But someone like Mount,
I wouldn't sell him. I wouldn't sell him now. I would give him at least to the end of the season, and then there really needs to be a review of is Havertz in our long-term plans or is he not?
Matt, please, I'm begging all of you. Mudryk, Felix, Noni. Put those players around Havertz, and if Havertz stinks with those 3 players who are all really good. In particular, 2 of them are world beaters. If he stinks after having those 3 players around him, then I will concede. I will.
Yeah,
but
that is
until
what I'm
that
saying.
moment, I will not. I won't.
Yeah, but that is what I'm saying. I want to see how he does with them players before I want to confirm yes, no in terms of going. There are other players.
I can't do it because it's just hasty and frivolous and juvenile to say that Havertz stinks when we just bought these players for a reason. So let's football first, man. Come on.
But shouldn't a big talent like Havertz be playing, by himself and helping himself out? Because he's a top tier player, isn't?
I don't think that's how it works.
But Ziyech is giving him crosses left center every time. He's giving him a cross.
You think Ziyech should start on this team?
I'm not saying it's that. I'm saying he's giving him options.
Okay, well,
he's
but
giving
you're,
him options
you're
to put the ball
speaking
in
about
the
him like he's Ozil. Ozil is one of the best attacking mids I've ever seen. So come on.
But he could
All
be
I'm
on that. He
saying
could
is
be
that
on
he's
that level.
getting options.
Bro, Ziyech is giving him the service that most of the attackers in this club.
I know, but that's because he
struggling
can't
to.
do anything else. He can't do anything else. He can't beat anybody. He's too skinny. He loses the ball all the time. All he can do is cross. Come on, man.
Then give him protein shakes and tell him to shape up, man.
KJ, it's too late, dog. He's 30. He's 30.
Anyway,
it's too late.
Anyway, Alfred, you got your final thoughts before we finish?
Oh, you know, I just want to steal a quote from my man, The Rock, and say, if you smell what Chelsea are cooking.
Oh my
cooking.
God.
We're
Delicious.
cooking. We're cooking. Get ready. Rivals, get ready to cry because we're coming.
Hey, Alfred.
KJ,
What do you think
my
about
man.
Ziyech?
What do I think about Ziyech?
It doesn't matter what you think about Ziyech, bro.
Absolutely brilliant. On that note, I think we'll finish it there.
KJ's a jabroni.
Massive jabroni. Thank you to everyone that has tuned in. We're currently on 80 likes, so get us 100 likes. Just after the end of the stream. I want to see it hit 100 likes, guys. Thank you to Alfred, Wayne, Sadiq, Carlito, Sinjo, KJ, and Matt for joining in of this wonderful stream.
It was a really good one.
We'll see you guys. I don't know when we'll be live, if I'm honest. We'll be live throughout the week and throughout the next couple of weeks before the next game. 2 weeks to wait for that, but we'll have to wait for that, unfortunately, and endure everyone else playing in the FA Cup. But thank you to all listening. Wasn't the best game, but we got the point. Up with Chelsea.
Sadiq out.
Kept her in.
Sadiq.